Fighting fun, pushing coke, doing time where I'm from. Niggas getting life, getting split with them guns. Getting kicks off from the west to the east coast, nigga realize where I'm from. Eyes open, wide.
Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. icyayme here. Bitch, stop moving. Okay, like, now that we got that out of the way, my ghetto what are they, blinds? Redo. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. icyayme here. Today I'm going to talk about a highly requested video. A lot of my supporters reach out to me and they ask me how to recognize a toxic relationship and how to get out of a toxic relationship. And you would think that it's easy, right? Oh, if you're not happy, oh, if you're getting abused, oh, if, you know, shit's going bad, leave. That is not the case, and I think people don't understand that that's not how shit works. The first step is always recognizing a toxic relationship. Okay, bitch, first of all, let me pause because this fucking eyelash just makes me feel like I have like an umbrella of like shade above my eyeball, and it's annoying. Hold on, let me push the bitch up. Let me try to just get the fuck, oh my God. Okay, all right, so the first step is always recognizing a toxic relationship. Sometimes as women, we get caught up trying to balance everything and please our partner that we don't realize that shit's getting toxic. These are some of the main red flags that you gotta look out for. If every day you feel like you're walking on eggshells and you feel like you have to constantly watch what you say, watch what you do, watch what you wear, watch what makeup you put on, more than likely you're in a controlling, toxic relationship. If you cannot go see your family, you're in a toxic relationship. If you cannot communicate how you feel without getting belittled, you're in a toxic relationship. If you cannot say, hey, I want to go spend some time with my friends without you blowing me up all the time, asking pictures for where I'm at, you're in a toxic relationship. If you are being controlled, you are in a toxic relationship. We have to understand those concepts because too often we try to be loyal and being loyal gets turned into being controlled, and it happens right before our eyes because we're such ride or die women that we don't realize, oh shoot, I'm actually getting held back in life because I'm spending so much time trying to prove to him that he has nothing to worry about and trying to prove to him that I'm loyal and trying to prove to him that I'm a writer. You shouldn't have to prove anything to anybody. They should be able to see who you are without you having to do the fucking most. So recognizing it is always the first step. Now, people ask me all the time, how do you leave a toxic relationship? And I always say, if you have to question that, you're not ready to leave. You'll know when enough is enough. And people will be like, well, how will I know that enough is enough? And I have to tell them again, you will know, because you will reach that point where you legit cannot take it anymore. If you're still wondering, like, when am I gonna get it? When am I gonna feel like I can't do this anymore? You haven't reached that level yet. I try to encourage women to notice and recognize what a toxic relationship is so that this awakening comes faster. Because the longer it takes for you to hit that enough is enough moment, the more bullshit you're gonna put yourself through mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. The sooner you realize the red flags and you start to be more aware of your partner and their actions and their intentions, the easier it will be and the faster you will get to the enough is enough part. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys from my perspective how I knew enough was enough and what I did personally to help me get the strength to leave my toxic relationship. Was going through my physical abuse, I was going through the emotional abuse, I was going through the verbal abuse, and I reached a moment where I was so drained, and I mean completely defeated. I was so drained of any type of fucking energy to do anything in my relationship that I just would wake up and I would go through the motions of a relationship every day. I would literally have to push myself to kiss him. Excuse my son, you guys, he's awake. I'd have to push myself to hug him, push myself to have a conversation with him, because in all reality, I was just so disgusted at his character that I didn't even have it in me to like want to be there or be around him. And see, with me, and I think it's the case with a lot of women, we don't have our family that we can just call up and ask for help. And I know for me, I didn't feel comfortable asking my family for help. You know, there are a lot of family history going on and a lot of family things, and I just felt like, you know, my pride wouldn't allow me to ask for help. So when I reached that moment of just being defeated, I told myself, fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna go above and beyond. I'm not gonna explain myself. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I don't want this anymore. And I'm gonna stop doing everything that I do. And I think we have to understand that a lot of us get it confused that if we continue to be a loyal woman, if we continue to be understanding, and if we continue to be loving, and if we continue to be sexual and a goddess in the bedroom, and if we continue to please our man and put him on a pedestal, he's gonna change, right? He has to change, because who the fuck wouldn't change for a solid ass woman, right? We're wrong. A man who gets away with being manipulative, with being abusive, with being controlling, with being toxic, and still is getting treated like a fucking king, why would he want to change? Why would he want to change? He's literally living his best life. A man who gets rewarded, because that's what you're doing. You're rewarding him for being a fucking asshole to you. When you put him on a pedestal, when he is not meeting your needs, when he is not treating you the way you should be treated, when he is not giving you the respect that you deserve, you are putting him on a pedestal, and you're saying, you know what? Even though you abuse me, even though you hurt me with your words, even though you cheat on me or you lust with these other women, I'm gonna still treat you like a king because I love you. And one day you will see how much I love you. You're wrong. A man is not gonna correct his mistakes if he does not realize there's anything to correct. And by allowing your man to continue to disrespect you and you continue to be a solid woman, all you're doing is telling him that my behavior is okay, because regardless of what I do, my girl will still be a solid girl to me. And we have to change that. We have to tweak that. We can't allow our men to get comfortable being abusive towards us in whatever abusive way, bitch. Woo! In whatever abusive way it might be. I know I said that with a smile, but I laugh because obviously I just choked. So anyways, back to getting serious. So I had to realize this, okay? And when I realized it, I said, you know what? If we get into it, whatever. And literally there would be moments, okay, where we would get into it and I would just sit there and look at him. And he'd be like, why aren't you reacting? Because I don't have the energy to argue with you. Like, I'm just going to listen to what you say, and that's fine. I started doing my makeup. And I had the problem with my man where he would talk to girls behind my back and he would lust, and I've caught social media accounts that he wasn't supposed to have. And I would see this type of women that he's like lusting after, and I thought, well, if my man likes that so much, let me be one of those women. So I started doing my makeup. And I started dressing provocative, and I started doing my Instagram videos, and I started becoming that bitch. And he didn't like it. He was not having it. He was like, why are you being this way? Why are you doing this? And my answer to him was, well, these are the type of women you want, right? You cannot be loyal and faithful to me because you're too busy looking at women like this. So if that's what you want so much, let me be that person. But he had a problem with it because that's not the kind of woman that a man truly wants. He wanted who I was. He just was not valuing the queen that he had. So I was going to show him how much of a queen that he had. I had to be his reminder that these girls that you're lusting after, they're no queens. I'm a queen. But you know what? I'm going to do what I do because I got to get myself strong again. And then we would fight about it. We would fight about me going to go see my family and hanging out with my family. He would call me 50 million fucking times. You know what I stopped doing? I stopped answering his calls. I stopped sending him pictures of what I was doing and where I was at. I would turn my phone off. Okay? And that, let me tell you, that would infuriate him. So then comes, this is what abusive men do. Then comes the fear, the intimidation. Okay? So I would get home and he'd get in my face and I would swear up and down, "Ooh, I'm about to get beat. Here we go." But I would just look at him and I would tell him, "I'm done. I'm done allowing you to do this shit to me. What are you going to do? You're going to hit me? Hit me. You've beat me already. How much more can you beat me? Oh, you're going to tell me I'm a bitch and I'm a slut, I'm a hoe, I'm this, I'm that? Bring it. Tell me, what is it that you have not said to me to deplete me? What more can you do to tear me down? Do it. Do it. I don't care. I'm done." I had to take the weapons from his hands. And I say that metaphorically because the weapons that he had was all psychological. And we have to realize that as women. When we're going through an abusive or toxic relationships, it's because they have psychological weapons against us. And we have to eliminate those psychological weapons. We have to fight them with their own tactic. We have to reverse psychology, get the fuck out of our toxic relationships. And it takes for us women to take a step back and take accountability. Because that's what I had to do. He's treating me this way because I'm allowing it. He's treating me this way because I'm not putting my foot down. He's not valuing me because I'm not demanding him to value me. So I took that accountability and I said, fuck this, I'm changing this. I'm changing this. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get myself strong, but I'm going to fucking do it. I'm going to find a way. So he would try to start an argument with me. And I would ever so calmly listen. And I would say, okay. I wouldn't argue back because I didn't have the energy to argue back. He would get in my head, get in my ear, talk his shit, throw things, hit me, and I would take it. And I would go outside and I would sit in the sunlight and I would pray, "God, give me the strength. I need strength. I need you to give me peace and I need you to guide me through this war that I'm going through." And then I would meditate. And I would meditate to regather my inner strength, to regather my energy, to refocus myself. And day by day, I grew stronger. Day by day, I was taking his weapons away from him. Because what he wanted, what abusive men want, is a reaction. When you react to their abusive behavior, that lets them know they still have control. When you don't react, when you're still loving, when you're still kind, when you still focus on yourself, when you do things to make yourself happy, when you go on walks, when you talk to your family, when you put on makeup, when you dress the way you want to dress, you are only making yourself stronger because they and their words and their abusive behavior no longer has a hold on you. And it's not easy. It's in no way fucking easy. Because you have those moments of feeling guilty. You have those moments of looking at your man and just wanting to love him because you love him. You love who he can be, not who he is. And you have to accept that who he is not who you love. You love his potential. And you see that he can be that man. You believe in him. You believe in the great man that he could be, but you're subjecting yourself to his abuse to make him better. And you're doing it at your own expense. You're willing to break yourself for a man who is not seeing your value. And you have to reach that understanding. And the only way you can leave a relationship like that is to accept that. To accept that and to demand more for yourself. To invest in yourself. Invest into your mental, invest into your spiritual, invest into your soul. Invest into whatever makes you happy and tell yourself, I'm done allowing you to do this to me. And believe me, you will get stronger each day. Each day, it will be a new battle. There will be new things that you have to go through. There will be tears. There will be frustration. There will be guilt. There will be times that you doubt yourself. But you gotta pray for your strength. You gotta meditate. You gotta do things that make you happy. And you gotta be fearless. You have to be brave. You have to have courage. And you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say that you want more out of life than this. And whether you believe it or not, you gotta tell yourself that there really is men out there who will put you on a pedestal, who will see you for the woman that you are. Because there is men out there that will. I know a lot of supporters, they say, I have kids with him and I don't want to have a broken family. And I understand that to the fullest. I came from a broken family. I dealt with the feelings of being incomplete because my stepdad didn't love me the way he loved my siblings. I felt lost because my real dad was never in my life, and I just thought maybe I wasn't worth it. That's where it all started. That was the root of the problems. I didn't feel worth love because I never knew it. And I knew that I wanted different for my children. And I guess having a daughter was what really blessed me, because I would look at her and I would say, fuck. Would I rather her go through what I'm going through and deal with a man like this? Because that's what's going to happen. If I stay with him, she's going to grow up and she's going to say, well, I saw my mom take this shit and she took it because she loved him. So that's normal. It's okay for me to take shit because that's what I saw my mom do. And my daughter's going to have to go through this shit and I'm not going to break the cycle. Or I'm going to stand strong and I'm going to demand more for myself. And maybe, yes, my daughter's not going to have her biological parents, but at least she didn't see her mom take shit like that. At least I'm giving myself a shot at real love. And hopefully the man that I do meet will love my daughter like a dad. Or maybe he won't. And maybe she'll go through the same shit I went through. And that's a hard choice to have to make. It's a hard choice. But I knew that with at least having a broken family, I had a 50-50 shot at meeting someone who would raise my daughter like their own. This option, staying with this man, I knew only led to one thing. So I was willing to take that gamble. And as a mother, that's a fucking hard, that is a hard choice to have to make. Because you feel like you're not going to win either. But I promise you that staying and taking abuse is doing nothing for our children. It's doing nothing for our sons either. Because they're going to grow up and they're going to think that the way to treat a woman is what they saw their dad do to their mom. All we're doing is making sure that this abusive cycle lives on. I hope that this video gave you some kind of strength if you're in this situation. I hope that you have a clear understanding, or maybe the path that you should take is more clear because of this video. Maybe the things that I've done to help myself can help you. I don't know the right way. Everyone's different, and we all have to go through things differently, and we all have to do stuff differently because everyone's situation is different. But I hope that maybe this gives you a start, an idea of where to start. My son thinks so too. You telling the ladies that they better get a good man that treats him right? Is that what you're telling the ladies? Oh, he's smiling, you guys. Even my son wants you guys to get up out of a relationship that's not good for you. That being said, you guys, everyone have an amazing day. Be amazing, strong women. Be amazing, strong people that I know that you guys can be and that I know that you guys are. Everyone have a great day. See ya later.